Ready, steady, go. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you some professions that you can learn online and professions that allow you to work online. In the past 4 years, the online part of my income has started growing really fast. So I just wanted to share some ideas how you can do this too.
Back to San Francisco.
Our minds may change.
In this video, I'm going to talk about professions that you can either start doing right now or take a 2-3 week or maybe like 2-month course online and start working. Profession number 1, translating. What I found about translating, it's better to translate from English into your own language. So for example, if you're Spanish, you can translate from English into Spanish because this is what's most in demand. Because if you're a Spanish speaker, it wouldn't be the best idea to translate from Spanish into English without proper, like really good education, unless you're bilingual. But if you know good English, if you're upper intermediate and with some help of the dictionary, you would be able to translate into Spanish. This is awesome. A great website to look for different job postings is Upwork.com. And I went on Upwork and checked what are the jobs for Spanish speakers. And you can find tasks that are worth $500, $1,000. And imagine if you are from a poorer country, poorer compared to America, what you make online is actually a lot.
Online translation.
Translator selected.
Profession number 2, or like task number 2, is to edit text. Again, this is coming from my own experience. If you're a native speaker, if you speak English and you want to help other people, like there are so many people studying English and using it every day who are not native speakers, and there are so many emails being written in English with so many mistakes. There are so many essays being written for American, British, Australian, Canadian universities. There are so many resumes being written in English, and all of those people need help. This is why we started Fluent.Express, where a native speaker instantly corrects your text in English. And if you're a native speaker or like super advanced English language learner, you can go ahead and sign up. The email will be here. This is Joe, who manages Fluent Express, and he would be able to onboard you if you're qualified enough. Again, if you're an English native speaker, so many jobs you can do online, starting with teaching Chinese kids English, for example, because this is a huge market. Editing text and just helping foreigners with their English, just the conversational practice.
English online.
Activity number 3, software testing. And this is something I found out about when I moved to Silicon Valley. And the thing is, with software testing, you only need like maybe 3 or 4 months to learn it. Some people take a year, but again, it depends on how good you are with the computer. But in order to start learning QA testing, you just need to be good with computer, know how to search internet, know how to create folders, know how to use Word and Excel. And people make so much money. Like this is a number 1 profession in Silicon Valley for those who don't have computer science education and want to do something with tech, because the salaries are pretty high. And again, as I mentioned, you can learn it pretty fast. So for example, there is this Burdenov Computer School started by a fellow Russian. He started it 20 years ago. He actually moved to Silicon Valley in the 90s and realized this is something he could do. And then he started doing it, started a school. They had more than 1,000 students from all over the world, and they have different programs. Like the online class only costs $1,000 and you learn everything about software testing. They also help you with your resume. And if you're here in Silicon Valley and want to do it offline, you pay $4,500 and you get the offline full-time course and internship in a local company, so you get work experience. And I checked on Glassdoor, and by the way, Glassdoor is one of the best resources to find how much people are earning, and a QA engineer, remote QA engineer, so you can work from home, makes $63,000 a year. Which is, again, like if I were in Russia and I did this, $63,000 would be like a lot of money.
I'm telling QA.
Profession number 4 is landing page designer. There are so many small businesses out there, and there are so many tools to create landing pages like Wix.com, Instapage.com. So you basically do not need to know how to code. You just drag and drop things. And I've done so many landing pages for Linguatrip. When I first did it, it took me like maybe 2 hours. When I did it last time, 2 weeks ago, it took me 30 minutes because I know everything. So once you master that skill, you can just do, 10 landing pages a day. And I checked out a website called Fiverr.com. It started as a website where you could get any job done for $5, but now they've transformed their idea a little. So the prices range from $5 to hundreds. And there are different postings of people who can create a landing page for you, and the price ranges from $50 to $100. So again, if you make like 5 landing pages per day, you can make $500. Again, depends on your skills, depends on how much you like it, and I think you need to have some of like taste for UX UI, the design, how everything looks like. But then you just help people save their time, and small businesses can concentrate on selling, and you can help them create the website.
Web designers.
The next profession, the next skill, copywriting. If you love texts, then listen carefully. Every business is now concentrated on creating content, because content is king, content is how you find clients, content is how you educate them. First, there is a huge demand for good texts for different websites in different languages, like Linguatrip is translated into 6 languages, so we need texts in all of them. There are Instagram bloggers, and Instagram is this platform which started as a platform where you just post pictures, and now is transformed to a platform where you post a picture and you have to give some content, like you have to write a good text and give people some value. And these texts are not coming from nowhere. They're not just, oh, here's the text. It's really a lot of effort. Like, I'm not a writer, and I would spend like maybe half an hour per Instagram post just for the text, and there is an additional photo part, so it takes a lot of time. I would not be able to write all of the articles for a website, so we constantly look for good copywriters, and there are constantly thousands of companies out there looking for good copywriters and Instagram bloggers. Like, not every single blogger can write good text.
Kinsey, copywriter.
The next, video editor. Somebody who I started to look for maybe when I was 6 months into YouTube. Because first, again, I had no education in video editing, nothing. I just filmed a video with my iPhone, took my iPhone, opened iMovie and tried to crop it. And you know what? Try and do a video in iMovie. It comes out so good. The program is really, the soft is really easy to understand, really easy to work with, and then you get magic. So there are so many people who are starting YouTube vlogs, and professional video companies charge, oh my god, I just realized they charge like $15,000 per video. You don't have to do that, although if you're a professional, you can totally go that way. But if you just want some freelance income and want to help people edit some videos like beginner YouTube bloggers, $15 an hour, $20 an hour. On average, it takes like 5 to 6 hours to edit a video. Again, if you go on Upwork.com, create your portfolio. And another thing for everyone, doesn't matter what job you're looking at, start with creating a portfolio on some of the websites, and you can do some jobs for free. Maybe you have clients, maybe you don't, maybe you're just starting out. Do some jobs for free, like for a review, so you can get a 5-star rating, maybe like 3 or 4 of them, and then organic orders will start coming in. Some of the software video editing that I would advise: iMovie, then Adobe Premiere, and Sony Vegas. This is what we YouTubers use a lot.
Editing home movies.
The next, photo editing. I just found this blogger, millions of subscribers, Peter McKinnon. He teaches you how to edit photos so they can look really, really good. So all you need to start photo edit, well, you can actually start with the easiest soft, that is free, VSCO. Lightroom is free for the iPhone. What else did I use? Snapseed, all of the apps. And again, there are so many Instagram bloggers. There are so many companies that are starting Instagram. And if you would help them make it look more professional, better, with a better layout, better coloring, they would hire you 100%. So again, you can start experimenting with your own Instagram, because I guess Instagram would be the platform where you would sell your services, and I would advise you to make your Instagram look good and then try to DM people on Instagram. Reach out to them and say, hey, this is how my profile looks like. I see that you're trying to sell through Instagram, but your photos are not really, well, don't say that. Tell them you can improve their performance by 30 or 40% and you're willing to do it for free for a week. Again, you're doing this for you and for your experience, and then you will just start collecting money. Basically, 30% of our employees of my team came from this kind of thing. When they just reached out on social media, helped me for free, and I realized they're really good and I just hired them. So this is my advice for you on how to make the first steps.
I use the magic of photo editing software.
If you realize that photo editing, you love it, video editing, you love it, maybe vlogging is something you would love to do. And vlogging is this thing that doesn't have a limit. So on all of the other jobs that I'm mentioning here, yes, you are limited by your time, by your skills, etc. With YouTube, once you post a video, it can go viral and you can get millions of views, so there is no limit. One of my friends, he has 700,000 followers on his YouTube channel, and his videos get over 1 million views every time he posts. Some of his videos get like 50 million views. He does kids content and he makes $40,000 a month, lives a happy life, pays a lot of taxes though, and yeah, enjoys his life in Florida and does really nothing, like 2 videos a month. He understands that this is not a job that he could maintain throughout his life, but this is a great source of income. He's in his 30s, again, enjoys life, makes some savings.
Speaking of pimples, let's release the bloggers!
So if you have this urge to talk about something, don't postpone. Like, the best time to start is now. Take out your phone and start recording. Post a couple videos. You don't have to start making income straight away. Like, I got my first $100 check from YouTube when I was 6 months into my Russian channel and I had like 10,000 followers. It wouldn't start coming in really fast, but once you start growing, the checks will be bigger and bigger. But you cannot start blogging just for the sake of making money, because you're not gonna love it. But if you love to talk, go ahead. YouTube is the best platform. You can also start Instagram. It doesn't pay for the views, but again, you can sell stuff through your Instagram later or get paid ads.
So you're a blogger, right?
Another job that requires no education at all, just basic knowledge of computer and research skills, something that I've used a lot, called virtual assistant. Back in 2015, when we just came to Silicon Valley and decided to start fundraising, we needed a list of investors who invested in education. So I went on Upwork.com, looked for virtual assistants, found that girl in Thailand who charged, I don't remember, but it was like $5 per hour, and she worked for 10 hours. I paid her $50. She came up with a list of 60 investors who were really happy. And I also realized that if I hired somebody in California, the minimum wage per hour is $15. I would have paid a lot more. And this is why so many people in America outsource the tasks.
Outsourcing old age. It's a brilliant idea.
Because they pay less, but at the same time, when you're in a country with lower income, you make so much money. Actually, you make a lot more that you would have made if you worked offline in a regular 9-to-6 job. By the way, for all of the jobs that I'm mentioning here, you don't have to quit your job. You do your 9-to-6, you do your 9-to-5, come back home, eat your dinner, and dedicate a couple more hours to something that you're really passionate about, something that you love, and something that might transform your life and create a whole new career for you.
Assistant?
Yeah. Virtual.
Okay, and the last but not the least, something really particular, something that is not really widely spoken about. I picked this idea from Gary Vaynerchuk, one of my favorite bloggers.
You got your perspective.
And I realized I've actually done it already. This is called like starting a small eBay store. What he suggests doing, if you live in a country with garage sales, like America has a lot of garage sales, you go there, people sell their things like $1 or $2 and they are worth a lot more. I'll tell you my story. 2015, we moved to Mountain View. We had $2,000 for everything. We had a 1-bedroom apartment, 3 people, and I had to buy all the furniture, like everything for apartment for $2,000. So I went on a garage sale and people were selling like all the kitchen utensils for $1 or $2. I got a lot of them, brought them home, and then in 6 months we needed to move out and we went back to Russia. So I started selling all of that stuff and I actually sold them with a markup, like 50 or 100% markup. And this is what you can do. So Gary does this series where he just goes on Saturday, buys a lot of stuff, and then resells it on eBay. And he says you can make like $500, $1,000 extra dollars a week.
100 garage sales, son.
That was it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this content. If this was useful for you and you think you're gonna apply some of the advice in your real life, please, please, please like this video. Leave a comment below if you've ever tried a freelance job and what it was, because maybe it will be a great idea for my next video.
So you're freelance.
So waiting for your comments. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, hit subscribe. And again, all you need to start is your computer, maybe your phone, some time, 1 or 2 hours, and most important, desire to make more money, to live a better life, and to do more cool stuff. So you have everything now. Go ahead and start working. I'll see you in the next vlogs. Bye.